Bugs, welcome back to my channel. Welcome those who are new. It's your girl Nisha. In my channel I talk about the mind, body, and soul. I got juicing videos to improve your mental health, and of course videos for self-care. But in this video today in particular, I'm going to be talking about how we as a nation can make self-care more awareness. I guess bringing more awareness to our own self-care, not just with ourselves, but also how can we establish that with our employer? How can we establish that in our relationships with people? So a few weeks back, I did take some time off. I took 3 weeks off to just kind of work on my own mental health, kind of figure out what's best for me. And during that time, I was just sitting in this park in San Francisco, California, and this man comes over and asks me what am I doing. And so I took the opportunity to interview him. I didn't know him from a can of paint, but I just wanted to know how did he feel about mental health? How did he feel about so if you guys stick around, I am going to drop that interview in this video. I feel like it is super powerful. Me working in mental health, it is easy for us to take breaks because we obviously work around these individuals who are struggling. So I can always tell my boss hey, I'm kind of stressed out. Can I get a day off? And it's always approved. Most of the time it's approved. But I think in other fields of work, it's not as easy to say, hey, I need a break. I need some time for myself. And I kind of just want to bring awareness to that because with COVID going around, us isolating from each other, these mental health symptoms are coming pretty severe. So hopefully in this video, this gives you the courage to reach out to your employer, reach out to your relationships that you're developing or already developed, and let that person know hey, I need a break. My mental capacity isn't gonna allow me to participate. And I feel like that's really important because if we continue to just stuff all this stuff that's going on with us, we can't function.
Hello guys, my name's Isaiah. I was able to meet this amazing soul here inside the park, and I wanted to be able to express what she was telling me along the journey she's in, and I want to be able to add to it. She is really here to be able to make some mental health awareness, which she's doing amazing at. Just by the view and the energy I felt from a distance, you could feel she's really trying to make a change. So I decided to sit down and be able to have a good interview with Misha, be able to figure out how I could contribute and share my stories throughout mental healthness awareness. So what's the first question?
So have you ever experienced burnout, whether it be work, relationship? Have you experienced that?
Yeah, I would say burnout is something for myself. It comes with the effort of putting in and making the most of yourself. But one thing that I see as the biggest challenge just in my own personal experiences over the course of burnout of the last, say, 20 years, 10 years, is you could only go so far mentally without being able to recharge your batteries. And I caught myself over different high-ranking positions I've had over the last, even say, 10 years, and it's held me back from being able to recharge my batteries to its fullest extent by feeling I have had to lie that I've had physical ailment issues just to justify my emotional wellness days. I learned a little while back that Holland has wellness, it's X amount of wellness days for every citizen, and if you do not pursue those days, they require it for you as a citizen by the end of the year. It's something that I feel in this country is taboo. I feel I have to lie and say I have a physical ailment issue, whether it's a cold, whether it's a broken something or a sprained something, just to justify my emotional health. And it makes it hard to be able to explain to somebody that I am burnt out. I've been doing 12-hour days for the last 96 days, and I don't know how to be able to tell you that I need a break without seeming like a bitch. For real. The certain people in the industry I do with is I do a range of loan signings and stuff within the real estate industry, And because a lot of it is time sensitive, they don't really care as much about the personal issues. They just need the job done. For myself, I've been able to understand, I would say in the last couple weeks, literally that recent over the course of my life, the importance of being selfish in the right ways. Sometimes you got to be able to be selfish in the right ways to be able to help yourself long term. And a lot of people, the way we're raised is you don't be selfish, especially from a poor mindset like I was raised. You do not fucking, you give to your family, everybody helps out each other, everybody struggles together, but also everybody works through it together, which is, you know, half side of it, people do work through it together that way when you got a strong family. But also the other side that I'm learning recently is when you start to succeed and you make over a 600 or a six figure income, your whole family that's struggled their whole life is going to be able to try to have you help them out, but also at the same time, you got to find the balance within yourself to be able to help them out and help yourself. And that's where I tie it back to being selfish. You're going to have to be selfish in some short terms to be able to help them long term. If you really care about them long term, you can't help them just short term, because you're going to have nothing to give long term if that's the case. You got to make sure at the end of the day that you're still being selfish for the short term to benefit the people you
I
really.
think the next question is, we question ourselves, is like, how do we know when we need a break? You know when you need a break when you have to question yourself and your ability, and you can't do the things at the level that you normally do, right? Having those relationships, those social relationships, maybe you're just more isolated, you don't want to hang out anymore. Maybe you're working and you normally get tasks done faster than you normally do, or doing it slower than you normally do. That's probably a sign that you need a break.